So for the MHCI+D program, I'm an advisor, and so I advise a group of three working for their Capstone project. So basically I meet with them once a week for about 30 to 45 minutes, and they ask me questions and kind of update me on their progress, and I'm able to provide guidance or just be like a soundboard for them as they work through the problems that they're facing. So I think mentorship is huge, especially in design and in the community. It's such a small community, and it's really important to give back and feed into it what you want to get out of it, because these students are going to be entering the professional design world very shortly, and just being able to impact that or have a hand in that is, I think, something that a lot of companies would want to do. So the MHCI+D program is really prestigious, and it draws a lot of great talent, and so our organization obviously gets the benefit of impacting the students from a talent acquisition perspective, but also from feeding into the design community and that culture. And yeah, the program is just really great and very talented, so it's definitely not like a waste of time. It really adds to my time, and I feel like it's an organization and a department that I'm really happy to be a part of, even if it's in like a very marginal way. So overall, I really had a great experience being a Capstone advisor, and I think just from the caliber of the program and the energy of the students, and just getting to break out of my own routine has just made it really beneficial for me and my organization to be a part of as an advisor and a mentor.
So what we get out of it is an opportunity to experience these students and their curriculum. For myself, I graduated quite a bit of time ago. Educational departments have changed, what their teaching has changed, especially in the realm of UX. So it's a nice way to keep ties on what they're learning in the program, see what's changing, see what's new, see how they're thinking about problem solving. That's just a nice kind of way for us to sort of understand what the new batches of students coming out of the world, what they're really interested in, what they're being taught, because that's easy to lose sight of once you've been out from school in a while. So we get that, and the second thing we get is giving a chance for ex-cohort members who we've since hired. We've hired about, over the course of the 5 years, I think about 5 UW graduates have come to work here. So it's nice for those graduates that are now on the field and working here to sponsor the groups with me. So I often they're involved as well, and it gets a nice balance of feedback. So the one thing that I've observed about this particular program and what's unique about it is the rigor. The fact that these students are spending such a long amount of time on a singular problem instead of having maybe 3 small portfolio projects they're working on. They really get taken through every step of it in a really deep way, and they move along pretty fast, but they get to experience what the whole process is. And that's super valuable, because when they come out of it, it might be rare that you actually end up on a project that actually gets to spend that much time on each of them, but because they've experienced the rigor of all the parts, they at least have a taste for it, and they know what it's like to do that really, really in depth, and what the value of those steps are. So that's super unique. I think another thing is the way that they work collaborative in groups, and that the way they're sent on the field to do true research, like true ethnographic research, and talk to people and get out in the field and go to places. That's extremely valuable versus just doing it all secondary on your, doing research on your phone in the middle of the night. So I think that side of the research is really great to experience as a way to try and really figure out how people use products, how they interact with services and the landscape, and the issues that they're getting to in general. I'd recommend they do it just to understand what the next generations of design is. Like I said earlier, every year you're seeing small nuances of how they're a little different, what they're more technologically savvy, or they're way more about the research. It gives you just a little taste, and again, it's just one insight, so it's not how the whole world works, but as a way to get a chance to see what these students are picking up on. And I think it's valuable both ways, right? I think it's for us to understand the educational system within design, and I see things where sometimes I'm thinking, maybe they should spend less time on that. And on the flip side, I'm seeing they've been taught a part of the process so much more in depth than I would have suspected, and that's good for us to calibrate too and understand maybe we should be spending more time on those things. So it's just a nice reflection. Again, it's easy to be in a bubble of your organization. You kind of do things your way and you interact with your clients. And having groups like this kind of come in and just hang out for 7 to 8 months and hear the way they think about problems, it's just a nice, fresh perspective to have around.